Welcome to Kaleidoscope Toy and Miniature Australian Shepherds in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a cold, wet, rainy day. It's actually dark out now, so I thought I'd do my video inside today. And I just wanted to talk with you about taking your dog to a dog training class or taking your puppy to a puppy training class. I had someone who got a dog from me, and they were asking me if I thought taking the puppy to class was a good idea in light of the fact that they plan to just use their dog as a family pet. And I do think that dog training classes are a good idea, but I also think you need to know, if possible, what your future plans are for your puppy. If your puppy is going to be a family pet, then you're fine to go to one of the big box stores and learn some just basics and maybe get a little bit of help with behavior. But what you have to understand about the big box stores, and I actually did train at one of them about 25 years ago for a while, and I was absolutely shocked at what little training they gave me. Now, I didn't need any training. I had been training dogs my whole life. I had been through a lot of seminars. I'd been to Cornell University and did the canine behavior up there, and I just had a lot of dog training experience. But they ran me through this, I think it was about 2 weeks long, and you watched a video and they showed you how basically they want you to train dogs, and you took these little written tests, I think, I don't know, it's been so many years ago, but there was no hands-on with any dogs. There was no senior dog trainer or regional senior dog trainer or anything like that who proofed me. They never had me work with actually a real dog. And so basically what they're doing is they're taking anyone who wants to be a dog trainer, running them through a course that's a couple weeks long. Now maybe it's changed a little bit since I was there, but and then they're turning them loose with the public. So the way that they wanted me to teach classes it was just very cookie cutter. It's like every dog needs to be trained the same way. Every human needs to be trained the same way, and that's just not real life. So fortunately, they didn't pay any attention to what I was doing, and I was able to incorporate techniques that actually work into the classes that were all 100% treat, positive reinforcement, that sort of thing. So you have to be careful if you go to the big box stores, because you really don't know what kind of experience your trainer has. Now, you can ask them, how many years have you been doing this, and that sort of thing, but just know that you want to take everything that you learn at a place like that with a grain of salt. And if you're asking some 19-year-old how to fix a behavior problem, then you're wasting your time and your breath. You need to get with somebody who knows what they're doing. Also, they want you to sell product, and they want you to sell classes. So if you're in the puppy class, then you're supposed to do a big spiel on now you need to go to basic, and then you need to go to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. So you want to be careful about that. But for me, my choice is always a kennel club. Like, for example, here in our area, we have Cary Kennel Club, we have Durham Kennel Club, we have Raleigh Kennel Club. And so whatever area you are in, just look up and see if you have an AKC Kennel Club. You do not have to have an AKC dog to go take classes at an AKC Kennel Club. But what you're going to get there is people who actually live with dogs and have trained dogs for years, and usually they've trained them for competitive sort of sports and that sort of thing. And you might say, well, I don't really want to do any of that, but that's okay. If you go there and take your puppy class or your basic obedience class, you're going to have someone who probably is going to be a notch above the people at the big box store. I mean, that's just reality. But if you are taking your dog to a class, you really want to have your spidey senses alert. You want to be paying attention, and anything that doesn't sound right or feel right that they're asking you to do with your dog, just don't do it. Don't do it. And just say, I'm not comfortable doing this. This doesn't make sense to me. And do what works for you in the classes, and don't do what isn't going to be part of what you would want to do with your dog. Also, don't be competitive with the other people and other dogs in your class. You just want to watch your own puppy develop at its own rate and learn the way that it learns. Certain breeds are going to shine in those classes, And certain breeds are going to have a harder time focusing. And you don't want to compare your puppy with other puppies. And dog classes are not for every dog. If you have social anxiety, if you get nervous performing in front of other people, that's going to go right down the leash to your dog, and maybe you're better off having one-on-one classes with someone, or maybe someone who comes into your home and helps you. Some people just have a hard time being in a class situation and having pressure put on them to perform, and you don't want that going right down the leash. The good thing about taking your dog to a puppy class, and I taught a lot of different kinds of classes. I taught everything from puppy to pre-agility. I taught tricks classes. I taught Canine Good Citizen. I'm certified in Canine Good Citizen to do the tests. But my very favorite class was puppy class, just watching these young puppies learning about the world around them. And when you take your puppy to a class, you're taking it out of the home, you're taking it into a new environment, and so it's getting some socialization that way. It's seeing a lot of new things, smelling a lot of new smells, hearing a lot of new sounds, and it's also has to learn how to focus in that kind of an environment. So it can be good and it can be bad. You want to do the research on your trainer and on their techniques. You want to be honest with yourself about what your goals are with your puppy. Let the trainer, or if you get a hold of a kennel club, let them know what your goals are. And the adventure of raising a dog and training a dog is that sometimes you might think, well, I want to do agility. And then you end up finding out your dog is better for maybe rally obedience, or maybe your dog would rather do fly ball. You're going to learn those things along the way, and you might change course now and then in your journey to train your dog. So I hope these tips have been helpful. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Like and comment. Let me know what you're thinking about doing with your puppy in the comments below, and drop your questions there as well. So thanks for watching.